So guys, I just want to review the other three colors. Can I have your attention? It'll be about 5 minutes, okay? So this is the chat. This is the thing. All right. So we already did permanent. I'm not talking about permanent hair color. I'm just going to talk about the temporary, guys, the semi, and the demi. Okay. So remember the temporary color. What was an example you guys gave me? A temporary hairspray. Mascara, that clay stuff or powdered stuff that they put on their hair, and then there's powder on their hair for the events. Also, there is this stuff right here. This is like, it's like an older ladies salon. You might find these, and this is for somebody who has gray hair, and maybe it's a little bit yellowy, so this is a violet color. So if my person comes in and I put this on them, this temporary color, how long does it last? Till you wash it out, right. So if this was on an older woman, usually what I would do is I would shampoo her hair out at the sink, make sure I towel dry her really good. I would towel dry her, and then I would just squirt this stuff in. As you can see, it's just like real liquidy, okay? So there's different colors. Now, if I squirted this in her hair, is it really going to do anything? No, it's just going to be a coating on top of her hair, but you probably won't see too much of a tonality unless this is black, okay? And that would be a mess if it was black. Okay, so I shampooed her. You have to shampoo her. Why? Because her oils and hairspray or anything she has in her hair, this is going to go on top of that and just fall off. I shampoo her, I towel dry her, and I start putting this in right at the sink. And I start putting this in, and then I get it nice and wet like this, and then I take a towel, leave it in, and then I bring her to your station with a towel wrapped around her. Now there's all these computers in here.
That's the color? What is that, the bottle?
So this is like for usually older women, and they're grays, and they're just getting a little hint. Then you're gonna style her, and she's probably gonna wear it for about how long? You think she's gonna shampoo it the next day? No, she might get a week out of it, depending on what she does. This is like old school from roller sets, when they didn't wash their hair for a whole week. Okay, so this is one temporary color. I could hairspray her red. I could hairspray all of these guys red, green, yellow. I could use that clay stuff. You know, I can even put mascara in their hair, and that would be a temporary color. They wash it out, it's gone. Those molecules are what? Are they big or small?
Big.
They're big, they're large, right. So now I have a semi-permanent. Now in your salon, they're gonna go, oh yeah, this is a semi-permanent, and they mix two things together. Then it's really not a semi-permanent when you're answering questions on the state board, okay? But your salon could call it semi-permanent. So a semi-permanent is one bottle. It just comes out of a bottle. So this person, she doesn't want her highlights anymore, right? She's like, yeah, you know, can you just hide those highlights? So I'm gonna use a medium brown, semi-permanent. I can either pour it in here, I don't mix it with anything, and I just apply it. She should have clean, dry hair. If she has a lot of hairspray or she's super greasy, I would say, come on, let's wash and blow you out real quick, and then I'm going to apply this, okay? But, you know, if she came back from work and she was clean and she didn't put any product in her hair, I apply it right to the scalp, and then I could put it like the first like few inches, like maybe like from here to here, up until the, you know, almost to the porous ends. In the real world, I usually apply it to the first 3 inches on my all 4 sections, and then I go back and pull it through up to the porous spot, stop there, wait longer, and then put it through there last. The reason why I don't go all the way up to where I need to go is because it will take me too long. I'd rather get it all on the scalp, the first 3 inches of the scalp first on all 4 of my sections, and then go back and pull it through a little bit. It takes me 2 seconds, let it process, maybe 20 minutes, and then the last like 7 to 10 minutes, I put it through the ends, and then I wash her out or rinse her out, and then that is your semi-permanent. I could have put it in a bowl if I want, but usually these are pretty liquidy, so usually a bottle they go in. Okay, so if I apply with the with this, I can go like this. It's semi-permanent. I pick it up, take my section, squeeze it, and I can mash it in, and then I can take the next section with the bottle. You could use the bottle, right? Squeeze this on, squeeze the product on, and then blend it in. Can I go like this? No, right? Because it's just going to splash all over. This is dangerous. It could get in her eye, safety thing, and it could get all over the floor too. You're going to have a mess. So I know some people, when they do this, there's another one where you go like this and you put your thumb through it, right? You could go like this and put your thumb through it. I like to flip it over, do this, and put my thumb through it like that. I would go like this, get a secure thing. The bottle's not upside down. I squeeze this and then put my thumb through it and then go like that. Some people go like this, they put it on and they flip, you could do this and flip it, but you just don't want it upside down when you're taking your thumb like this. You don't want to do that. It must be up when you're doing it. Okay, so that's the bottle technique, but that semi-permanent goes from scalp right to the porous end, like right up to the porous ends on all 4 sections. Then the porous ends, the last however many minutes you feel like it. That's how you do semi-permanent. How come we go, how come we don't go a half inch away from the scalp? Why do you think that is? Because there's no lift, remember? No lift in any of these 3. So since there's no lift, we don't have to go away from the scalp. We don't have to go away from the body heat, so we're good.
That's what lift means.
Lift means getting lighter, correct. Even if it's a little bit lighter, there's still lift. So if you got a teeny bit lighter as a brunette, you're getting like red, orangey, and it doesn't look good. They call that hot roots. If you did that with permanent color, you're like, oh, I don't care, Miss Martin, I'm just gonna take that permanent color, apply it to the scalp all the way up to the porous, ends, and I'll leave them out for the last thing. You're gonna end up with hot roots, they call it. So from here to here will be reddish brown. From here to here will be a nice brown, and then you pulled these through the last 5 minutes, so this will be a nice brown, but you'll have hot roots. So then when she goes like this, it's gonna look like she has regrowth of a different color, like she's a natural redhead or something, and she has regrowth for 1 month. So that's why permanent color, you have to be a half inch away, and semi or demi, you can be right on the scalp, because there's no lift. That's why you could be right on the scalp. Okay, so did I have to mix anything with my semi?
No.
No. Did I have to mix anything with my temporary?
No.
No. I should have clean hair. The hair should be clean when I do this. Okay, now I'm going to go.
After a shampoo?
This one was after shampoo, this product, but this hairspray is not. The hairspray, I don't have to shampoo. I could come like I'm styled now, and you could just start spraying colors in my hair, or using that powdered stuff and putting colors in my hair for me to go to the big game tonight. So those I could have already styled hair. But this particular product, that's gonna last me a week if I'm one of those people that are gonna get a roller set, this one, you gotta wash your hair first.
And then the semi, same thing, after a wash?
The semi, if my hair is clean, you could do it, but if my hair is a little bit, if I said, oh, I'm so greasy, even though it's the end of the day, I'm greasy, you should say, why don't we wash your hair? And just do
okay.
First. Wash your hair, regular shampoo and conditioner, do a rough blowout, meaning that, don't take any time, just get it dry, then put this in.
So real quick, right? So is it because the color takes better the clean hair takes better?
Right.
Takes the color better?
Right, because you won't have any buildup. So.
Because then if it's dirty, then it's going to sit on the grime, right?
Correct. Right, so if that's my hair, right, and I'm dirty, it'll fall off easier. But when I'm clean, the cleanness might help it stay adhere a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm on demi-permanent. So demi-permanent also has no lift, meaning I could put level 10 on this person right here. He's not going to be a level 10 when I put it on him. What's he going to be? Just shinier probably. That's it. He's going to get the enhancement of the product, the shine, the conditioning treatment of it, but he's not getting any color. If I did a level 10, and remember the color wheel, the tonality, at a level 10, there's not enough pigment in the color to give him this color, probably a level 4, any tonality at all. If I use, a level 10. So I have to go down to a level 5, a 4, a 3.
But demis don't lift, right?
They don't lift at all, right.
Okay.
So no lift. No, you can't get lighter. So that's what I mean. So some people that might not know what they're doing, like, oh, I'll put a 10 on him. He'll get a little bit of a violet, it's not even going to show. He'll get shine from the product, from the conditioners in the product, but he's not getting anything, nothing's going to show. Okay, so now I have to mix this. Now I'm going to mix it in both a bowl.
I got a question, right? Does the thickness matter of the hair when you're doing the color? Like, let's say, like Freddie hair thicker than mine. Would I use more color?
Oh yeah. So you're gonna charge him more. You know what I mean? So you're gonna mix more color. And remember what I said. Okay, so you did Freddie, right? You did this section and this section, right? You did the dark, he wants to be totally black. You did the black here and here, you did these 2 sections. Now you're in the back 2 sections. Remember, don't do this whole back section and this whole back section in the real world. You're gonna do these couple pieces in the crown area. So I want you to go here on him, get those pieces, get the next piece, and go down to right about before the parietal ridge. Do that to the other side, then go all the way down. Why? Because if he has such thick hair, and this is the cross right here, he'll be dark where you first started applying it, and he'll be lighter here. So it'll almost look like gray, so you don't want to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to mix my, I need my It's not developer. They sometimes call it developer processing liquid. I have to mix two things together for my demi-permanent to work. So oxidation happens, chemicals kind of happen when I do this. It's very gentle, there is no lift, but it kind of happens. Sometimes this is like a 5, like on the scale of volume. It could be a 3, it could be a 5 if I really tested it out with a paper, a lip paper or something. All right, so this is equal parts. I read the manufacturer's directions. I have my gloves on. I go back in the dispensary and I mix my thing. Like, I don't feel like getting this dirty. What could I do? This is empty since I used the whole thing. This is more like, not textbook stuff, but this is more like the real world stuff. I do this when I do it at people's houses.
Whoa.
Yes, I do it better when it's straight out. Maybe I don't. The, what do you call it? The Shades EQ has a bigger mouth on top. This one is very tiny. The Paul Mitchell. Okay, so I filled this bottle up. So that's 2 ounces of the processing solution. Do you see it's starting to mix a little creamier looking? Like it looks beige. It was just like totally brown before. And you see how liquidy this is? See
What
how
was in that brown bottle?
This was level, this is a level 6 BV.
That's the color?
This is the color, so it's a beige violet.
Okay.
Okay, it's a nice color. I
So
don't know
what
how much.
happened to the tube color? Ain't no more, you don't, that's different now.
That's different. That was a permanent color. There can be
the
two.
tubes is permanent.
Not all the time. We can
Okay.
have permanent. We can have semi-permanent tubes also. I just happen to have this one.
Okay,
Yeah.
now-
So we can have a tube of demi-permanent, and on the tube it would say demi-permanent level 5 RV, whatever color I pick. But we know since whether it's a tube or this, if it says demi-permanent, I'm not going to get any what. Lift. It's not going to get lighter no matter what color I put on it of a demi-permanent. It's not going to get lighter. So this one I think is kind of hard to do. It's very drippy. It's supposed to be in a bottle, but you can do it if you want to in this. I'm just going to pour it in here and just going to do the bottle. See, I'm back by my dispensary because of the drips I'm making here. I don't want to do this in front of the client. It looks sloppy and it could splash. So I do this back in the dispensary room, you know, straighten up my area. Put this in the sink if I don't have time. Make sure I close the bottles so they don't lose their strength. And now I'm going to start to apply. Now, how do I apply it? Actually, I want to do it on the lighter head. Okay.
Are we doing one today with real color?
Yes, I want you to do real demi. Okay, so how am I applying it? Where to where? Demi-permanent. Where am I applying it? From where to where?
To the from the root or from the scalp, right?
Yep, scalp to the
right
porous
before.
end. Right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, because the porous ends are still going to grab the color quicker, right? Because they're porous. So I'm going to get that on there, and I'm just going to start putting this on and just get that through. And it's a little, you just kind of go through. If you want to do a bottle, you can.
What do you recommend?
This is, I don't know, I think the bottle's kind of fun.
I like it because you can part with it already.
Yeah, you can part with it. You can part with the back of the brush too, though.
Yeah, but I like that a little more. That's
Yeah.
A little more,
And because it's liquidy, I'd prefer the bottle.
what's
So
it
you
called?
put it on the scalp,
Ergonomic?
and then
Ergonomic. Right.
Ergonomic.
put it on the scalp and then rub it.
Yep, I put it on the scalp and rub it. Am I going to hurt her scalp?
Nah.
No, because it's like, it's a gentle color. If this was bleach and I was doing this to the scalp, would that hurt her scalp?
Yeah.
Yes, and permanent color would too, because that would hurt because it's too much. You know, it has some strong things into it. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention, a predisposition test. So I want to make sure that she's not allergic to this product. Because there's aniline derivatives in semi, demi, and permanent color, but not in temporary. So everybody must get a patch test. That's your to see if you're allergic to the aniline derivatives in the hair color. So where do you give a patch test? Do you remember that, reading that? Because I haven't reviewed that one.
Inside of the arm.
Inside of the arm or
the neck.
behind the ear, right? So how long do you have to wait to see if the person's allergic to it?
24 hours.
At least 24 hours, right? So you go 24 hours and they come back in and you, how would you know if I'm allergic? What would my arm look like right there?
Flame.
Yeah, flame, red, something that's just not normal. That's what it would look like, and that means I'm allergic to the product, that you shouldn't use it. So she already went through her patch test. You have to do a patch test on Semi, demi, and permanent. You do not have to do it on temporary because temporary just sits there. There's no aniline derivatives in there. There's nothing that's really could be allergic to. I'm not saying that nobody could be allergic to it, but it's not a common thing. Who works in salons here? Did you ever give a patch test? Did you ever give a patch test? No. Did you ever see anybody give a patch test?
Mm-hmm.
I have got, I mean, I can count on one hand in my 30 years of how many patch tests I gave. And that's only because the person said, I got bumps from the last person who gave me color, or, I'm very sensitive, or something like that. So,
And
or
then right?
then I would give them a patch test, yeah. But usually I don't. And, so it's against the law, you're supposed to, but, in the real world, they usually don't. So I didn't put her in the 4 sections, right? And in the real world, I probably wouldn't clip them up like I make you guys clip them up, but make it like as if I did make you clip her up, and how that's in your head, like the 4 sections. So I'm definitely going on this section, the 2 front sections first, because you don't want to randomly be going there, just like, oh, I don't know, here, because you'll miss spots, and then you'll have some light brown spots when it's supposed to be nice and deep, dark. Red violet. What's that?
Not on her forehead.
I did?
No, she can't be this long.
Oh, that one? That's an old stain. This right here I did.
Because mine said that ain't me.
No, that was me the other day. Not today, though. I didn't have enough coffee. No.
She in her own milk latte. Lost it.
Okay, so, all right, so now in the real world, I just applied it to it's probably the first 1.5 inches that worked out for me to do it. Now I'm gonna go back, and I have these 2 back sections ready. So I'm gonna kind of split it here, and I'm gonna go just like the crown, like I told you. I'm gonna go a little bit here and push it through. This is the crown area. I don't go all the way down to the parietal ridge, but I get where the swirl would be. You know how everybody has that split in the back of their head, and women and you feel like pulling the hair just to kind of cover it a little bit to flip the hair the other way. That's pretty much what you're getting down to, that part, because we don't want them to be. We don't want them to have light spot there where the hair splits. Okay, so now I just did the whole crown area. Now, she's got her 2 sides done. She's got the crown area done. Now I can go all the way down this side, then all the way down this side, either way. But I just want to get that crown processing now. So now it's what's that?
How big are those sections?
You could do a 1/4 of an inch. So you can get kind of big on this. You don't have to be it. I'm kind of taking it not thick enough here. I should take them thicker, because as long as it saturates, if I go like this and I push this through and it's wet on this side and it's so dry on this side, no good. This has to be wet too. So, but this is too tedious. If I went like this to every piece, this would take me forever. And this, like I said, it's not like it's a line of demarcation that you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about overlapping on this person. She has a virgin application, and I'm just putting it through.
So this should take you how long?
Probably, because I'm not just doing the regrowth, I'm kind of going through, I would say about a half hour, 20 minutes to a half hour still. Okay, now, let's say I did the whole thing. Now I'm going to go back. I only did the first 1/2 inch. I'm going to go back and kind of go, grab some chunks here and just kind of make sure I kind of pull it through. I can go like this and kind of pull this through up into the porous ends. I need that lock doll. I'm almost taking 2 or 3 sections at a time, do a little bit of color there. I need a little bit more to saturate it. This piece doesn't look saturated.
Are we bringing it down to the end?
Nope, so now this is only going it's up to the porous ends, and I'm gonna say the porous ends is probably the last 3 inches on this girl. I'm just gonna do this 1/4. Show you.
You got it on her cheek now.
Yeah, I moved her. I know. That's what's really bad about the mannequin heads. That's why I didn't want you to do it on your state board head, because I moved her to show you, and then she'll get stained, and then she doesn't look good.
Will they give us less points or something?
No, not like they can't do that, but it's like, it looks like you don't take your test serious if you come with a, you know, if you came with a head that's like all messed up or whatever.
Really?
I think so. Like if you're just like,
I
yeah,
feel like
whatever.
that looks like they've been putting the effort in or something. I could be very wrong, so.
Okay, so now I would do that here on this and in the back, right? So this side I did not do it on yet, but this side I did. So this I just pulled like the first inch and a half. I got it on all four. Then I pull it through up to the porous ends. Now I think I'm gonna wait 20 minutes. Now I'm gonna start my timing. I'm gonna wait, this thing says 35 minutes. I'm gonna wait 20 minutes. And then I think I'm gonna pull it through the last 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna wash her out, blow her out, and then she's gonna be good to go. And this one, it's longer lasting. So obviously this is like one shampoo. Could stain if they were blonde or porous. This is like 4 weeks, and this is like 4 to 6 weeks, or 4 to 8 weeks. So this one lasts longer if this person wanted this
And when
color.
you say 4 to 8 weeks though, and that one was, so that was